Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation, and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. Let go of negative thinking and stop living for the weekend. With your host, Fran Excel.
As always, it's Fran Excel, Mindset Coach, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. So today, how gratitude can change your life. Now, if you've been with me for a little while, you know how much I love gratitude. It's something I'm a little bit obsessed with. So it's one of my favorite subjects, and something I really do credit with turning my mindset and life around 4 years ago as part of my journaling. Started really small with something called the Glad game that my friend Millie played with me. It has, however, in recent times become a bit of a buzzword and something that's now deemed to be a little bit fluffy. So I want to talk to you all about all the reasons that you need to stand up, pay attention, and flex that gratitude muscle if you want to change your life, because gratitude is anything but fluffy. Once you know and can understand that it's not a fluffy subject and it's backed by countless studies, research, neuroscience, the more likely you are to make it a regular practice and actually take that action. So are you a bit of a negative Nelly? If you are prone to focusing a little too much on the negative, all right, a lot too much on the negative, if we're honest about it, that's where I used to be, then you need to have a gratitude practice in your life if you want that to change. It is a direct challenge to your negative thought patterns, and I believe it to be the quickest way to flip it all around. It's my opinion, is what I found to be true. It's what I believe. When you're grateful about what you've got, you're not focusing on all the things that you don't have. You're not stuck in fear or anxiety. You're much happier. You sleep better. You're healthier. You even take more action thanks to the lovely dopamine hits that your brain rewards you with every time that you do this. It makes stressful situations less so and increases your resilience. So it allows you to recover much more quickly from the things that go wrong. It really does. It even makes you a nicer person. People that practice regular gratitude are found to have more empathy, they're kinder, they're more supportive of others. So all round, it's a pretty good emotion, really. So please remember that you're actually training your brain. You're retraining your brain. You've already trained it one way, we're training it another way. So there was a really famous study by Robert Emmons on gratitude specifically, and it was found that gratitude allows you to train your prefrontal cortex, which is here, which is where your memory and emotion are. So to keep hold of the positive memories and let go or reject the more negative ones that come up, it's worth putting some effort into this, right? So it's what's known in positive psychology as an intervention. There's quite a few of these interventions, and this is one of my favorites. So when you're struggling with negative emotions, simply take the time to think about who and what you're grateful for, and you can get yourself right back on track. It's often described as the antidote to fear and anxiety, which is something that can rear its ugly head a lot when you're trying to make a big change or start a business or continue your business, go to the next level or achieve anything big, you know, pushing your business forward, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. It's like a little magic potion. And I want people to understand how powerful it is so they can stop rolling their eyes every time they hear someone go, oh, you just need to get grateful. What are you grateful for? And then stop them thinking that it's fluffy and actually start doing the work rather than staying stuck where they're at. So it's like a muscle, and its effects are long lasting. So the more you flex your gratitude muscle, the more natural it becomes to you. The more you work on it, the stronger it gets. So you train your brain to think in that way through a process called neuroplasticity, where you are literally creating new neural connections. So over time, this is not overnight, over time, it becomes how you look at everything in your life, but it does happen really quickly. I think a couple of weeks for me, and I had to start super small because I was down in the doldrums. I really had to start small in terms of things like I'm grateful for the sun shining, or finding a penny on the floor, or I'm grateful that I've woken up this morning. You know, I had to start really, even though there were a million things around me that I know now I was grateful for, back then it was a lot more difficult. So bear that in mind. It might be tough to start with, but it gets easier and easier and easier, and it becomes fun as well. So anyone can do it. Anyone. Some of the happiest people in the world are from some of the poorest places. They have absolutely nothing, but they're just so grateful for what they do have. They're just happy to be alive. So it really is something that anyone can find, whatever the situation. You just have to choose to. So the brain rewards gratitude, like I mentioned earlier. It activates the reward center, leading you to seek more of the same. So it releases both dopamine and serotonin, which are all about making you feel good. All the warm and fuzzies. So the more you're rewarded for thinking in that way, the more you'll do it. Then the more reward you'll get again. So you can see how this works. If you're predisposed to be a bit of a negative Nelly, which can really get in your way when you want to achieve big things. So it'll come out in the form of, when I talk about negativity, it's not as simple as being negative. It comes through in so many thoughts, feelings, behaviors. It's self-doubt, seeing all the reasons and things that can't or won't work. All the usual mindset gremlins, the comparisonitis is negativity, imposter syndrome, all of these different things. So it can really get in your way. And it can change your life for the better. And this is the simplest and easiest way to achieve that. So gratitude has a positive physical, health, social. It's a social emotion, so emotional and psychological benefits. And it's so blooming easy to do. So it's one of those things of, if you know this stuff, why aren't you doing it yet? Have to start doing these things. So what I thought I would do is give you a few ways to get a little gratitude into your life. So as you'll know, if you've been with me for a while, writing down 3 things that you're grateful for every day is one of my favorites. It's as simple as that. Studies show that in as little as 2 weeks, you will feel a major difference in your own well-being. And in time, all the other amazing benefits I've mentioned will find their way into your life, front and center. And if you want a double whammy boost, do it first thing in the morning and the last thing you do at night. So you'll sleep better because you go to sleep with this attitude of feeling grateful. And then if you ever have that feeling when you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is check your phone and you're instantly stressed, this will counter that. So it's like, hello, restful sleep. It also means that you'll never get out of the wrong side of bed. It's amazing. So the more you start to find these things to be grateful for, the more your brain will actively start to look for them. And then the more you'll see. So that's how this works. That's how neuroplasticity starts helping you see these things more. So when I mention it can be tough in the beginning, it's not always going to be tough. You have to form a habit, but it's a fun habit to form. So it's a great little thought loop to be in. Good things. The more you do it, the more your brain will get rewired to have gratitude as your path of least resistance. And then it's your go-to emotion whenever things get tough. So 3 good things, three things to be grateful for every day. Keep a list, like I mentioned before. Keep adding, and then adding some more. Keep a rolling list somewhere that you can get to it when you're out and about, so you don't forget anything. If you're a paper person, keep a tiny little notebook and pen in your bag specifically for it. If you're more digital, make a note in your phone. Just use the little notes app. Easy peasy. I've got a printable as well that is specifically for your rolling gratitude list, so you can do that as well. Now here's a very cool one, but can be a little bit scary. So write gratitude letters. Gratitude letters are amazing. So many times we keep all our grateful thoughts to ourselves. So if you spend time writing to someone who you're truly grateful for, it will feel amazing. So you'll get all these little dopamine hits rushing in, and it'll really allow you to feel grateful. I've done these before and it's made me cry. But you don't even have to send it. But if you do, hold on tight for all the warm and fuzzies coming your way, and that you're going to be giving to the person that you send it to. You know, you can even simply just send a text to the people that you appreciate and tell them why. I do that all the time. And they feel amazing. They'll feel amazing. You feel amazing. Bonus. So another really cool one, and I love this, better gratitude buddy. If you want a little accountability while you're creating your regular practice, then rope in a buddy. Every morning and or evening, send them your 3 things that you're grateful for, and they send you theirs. So it's such a lovely, fun way to do it, because you'll have the accountability, which is important. You also get to get involved in their gratitude, which is lovely. And the likelihood is that you'll remind each other of even more things that you're grateful for. You're like, oh yeah, I'm grateful for that too. Amazing. Thanks for the reminder. It's a really, really lovely way to go about it. If you're after last week getting on my visualization train, I've got another one for you. So close your eyes and think of someone that you are really grateful for. Really bring it to mind and feel the gratitude towards them. Like really, really feel it. Say thank you to that person or thing. It can be a thing or pet, and open your eyes. It's that simple, but it really puts you, as I've said before, the brain doesn't distinguish between reality and what's real and what's imagined. So this is putting you in that moment of gratitude. So it feels amazing. 30 seconds of your time and a lovely little boost of dopamine and serotonin for your day. Lovely stuff. My next one is go public with it. So in the group, everyone's favorite day is Thankful Thursday. So it's become people's regular gratitude practice. And everyone that gets involved always feels amazing after posting their 3 things on a Thursday morning. And it really is that simple. But not only do people love posting theirs, but they also love reading everyone else's. It can be a really, really powerful thing to declare what you're grateful for publicly. And it's made Thursdays my favorite too. Love Thursdays. So my final point is, do you want this? If you want things in your business, in your life to be more positive, feel easier, you want to feel less resistance to doing the things you need to do, you want to be able to bounce back quicker, be a better person, be happier, sleep better, be healthier, less anxious. This list could go on for a while, so I will stop there. If you want this for yourself and for everyone around you, because it affects everyone else around you, when you're better, everyone else feels better. Then give it a go. It is so simple. There is always something to be grateful for. So if you struggle to begin with, start small and you'll soon see it spiral. So if you know you're ready for things to change now and you want my eyes on your problem, then I invite you to book in a free 30-minute call, and I'll pop the link below, and see where you're at, where you want to get to, and how we can get you there. You don't need to be where you're at anymore, and it doesn't need to be your story. You can completely flip your mindset around from the negative to the positive. It is so 100% possible. I cannot stress this enough, but it takes time and it's not easy to do by yourself. So have a think about that, a ponder.